Alright, so today for the Helix How To video I'm making, we're going to look at how do we record a DI track using the Helix. So, if you're using the Helix itself as your interface, this is super easy. If you're not, it's a little harder and you'll have to figure it out on your own, because I'm not worrying about that right now. I mean, it's not really all that hard. If you're not going to use the Helix as your main interface, then you're going to have to run a DI box before the Helix, and then run into the Helix and into the interface, or reroute the signal inside of the Helix to send a separate output to a separate just plain DI out to the interface. But again, the Helix is a good interface, and if you're using the Helix as your interface, like I am, it's really easy. So we're going to look at the I've got it set up on the DAW real quick, and then we'll just play some, and I'll switch it back and forth between the DI and the affected track, so to speak, to show you that they're being recorded at the same time. It's really handy. It gives you that clean DI, so that if you decide you want to reamp it later or do some changes or add something in, you've got it. You have to go back and do it later, which is always great. So, turn the camera around here. Now you can see the top line there is going to be just the plain guitar track. I've got it set to channels 1 and 2 in stereo. The second line is my DI track. I've got it set to channel 7, which is by default your DI track in the Helix, unless you change it. And then I'm going to play some drums on my keyboard here as a backing loop just to play along with. That's line 3. It's 3 and 4 on the Helix. So that's everything for the setup part of it. Like I said, it's really easy if you're using all those things. So now I'm just going to play around a little bit with the various tracks going. I'm using the orange Rock Verb preset from the Worship Tutorials guys. It's a great sounding preset, and it definitely gives you you'll definitely hear the difference between this preset and the DI that's going to be recorded simultaneously. So there you go. As you can hear in that little playthrough, it's recording that affected track and the clean, just plain DI out of the guitar at the same time. So you can go back later and use that guitar track for whatever you need. If you want to, apply a different effect because it gets sort of a doubling effect, you can do that. It's got all sorts of stuff you can do. And so yeah, hope you all get something out of that. And if you got anything else you'd like me to show you from my limited practical knowledge of just playing around with this thing a lot, feel free to leave a comment down below, asking for a certain topic or whatever. Or if you got any questions, anything like that. And y'all have a great day and a Merry Christmas as we're getting close to that time of the year.